It is time to spring forward. Daylight saving time begins this Sunday.
It's only a 1-hour time change, so why does it wreak such havoc with our sleep patterns? Jenna Noe is a sleep technologist from the Sleep Lab at St. Mary's Hospital in Janesville. Welcome to Live at 4.
Thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you. So why is it? Why is springing ahead 1 hour? Why does it make everybody seem, why is it so difficult to adjust?
So essentially when we spring ahead 1 hour, we're advancing our schedule 1 hour. And what that really means is that we're sleep depriving ourselves.
And we're already so sleep deprived, right?
Exactly. The statistics estimate right now approximately 20% of the adult population in the United States is sleep deprived or getting less than 6 hours of sleep.
But there are more heart attacks and car accidents. I mean, this is, it's only an hour.
You would think so, but when we think about that statistic of everybody being sleep deprived already, then we take away another hour of sleep. Now we're even more sleep deprived, which increases the stress on our body. And so most recent research is proving that just short sleep periods of less than 6 hours increases our risk for heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, all those comorbid conditions that you always hear about when you go to your doctor. When we take away another hour, that just increases the stress on our bodies.
I remember it's always difficult for people with infants and toddlers because they're on a regular sleep schedule, and to move it by an hour always seems to cause a big problem. So are there things you can do for your children to adjust their schedule, or should you have been doing that this whole week, preparing for Sunday?
Essentially, the more time that you have to prepare, the more successful your change is going to be. But even making changes starting tonight and tomorrow night, that will make a difference. We can begin to, maybe if we go to bed at 10 o'clock, we can start to go to bed at 10:20, and then maybe tomorrow night 10:40, so that by Monday night we're at that 11 o'clock, which is now,
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Our bodies think it's 10 o'clock.
So
that's the best way to just to gradually, like maybe over the last week, we should have been just adding a little time each day.
Yep, adding that little bit of time each day, and then it always goes back to what we call sleep hygiene. And that's just common sense things that we don't really do in today's society to improve our sleep quality. So making sure our room is dark, that we're only using the room for sleeping and sex, that we don't have televisions, office spaces, anything like that in the room, that we're not using electronic devices, that we're stopping the usage of those hopefully an hour to 2 hours before we go to sleep, that we begin to prepare our mind and body for sleep, doing calming, relaxing activities, avoiding caffeine after 3 p.m. And actually, a lot of people think alcohol helps them fall asleep. It really doesn't. It may help you fall asleep, but it wakes you up later in the night. So it just decreases the quality of your sleep. So avoiding caffeine and alcohol.
That's all such great advice. I wonder if the light changes too affect this, because now it'll be darker in the morning after we make this change.
The light changes do make a difference. But when we kind of think about the exposure that we have to artificial light sources in today's society, just the fluorescent lighting, the backlight of the computer, tablets, cell phones that we use, our schedules are already kind of wonky, we'll say,
Yes.
for lack of a better word, just because of that light. So the natural light makes a big difference, but those artificial light sources contribute to that problem as well.
And is 8 hours still the recommended dosage for an adult?
Essentially, yeah. They say that about 7 to 8 hours is what we should be averaging for an adult. That can vary depending on individuals. Some people find they need 8.5 to function, and some people feel okay at 6.5. But that 7 to 8 hours is really what they recommend.
And for teenagers, what is it now?
It's a little bit more. So they feel that teenagers need a little bit more sleep, and I believe that one is averaging out at about 9 to 11 hours right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You never get that.
No.
No, and again, I think part of that goes back to the fact that teenagers a lot of times suffer from what we call a delayed sleep phase. That means that they're going to bed later. So you might go to bed at 10, but if you have a 15-year-old, they might be going to bed at midnight, and then they still have to get up at 6 o'clock to catch the bus for school. So they're now getting half maybe the recommended amount of sleep that they need.
That's exactly the pattern.
I find the older I get, the earlier I'm in bed. In fact, I'm past my bedtime now.
I am too.
Jenna, thanks for your
Very
visit. Very
interesting.
interesting.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jenna.
thank
Great
you.
to see you.
Nice to meet you.